Hello and welcome to the ultimate masterclass on sleep for those of us over the age of 50 today. We're not just scratching the surface, we're going deep into the physiology, neurology, and biology of why your sleep changes, as you age, and exactly step by step what you can do to claim the restorative rest that is your birthright. If I are watching this, chances are you have noticed a shift. Maybe you used to be able to sleep through a thunderstorm, and now the slightest creak of the floorboards wakes you up, or perhaps you fall asleep fine, but find yourself staring at the clock at 3 a.m., mutable to drift back off until it is time to get up. These are not just annoying inconveniences, they are biological signals that your internal architecture is changing. But let me be clear, struggling to sleep is common as weege, but it's not normal. And it is certainly not something you have to accept as your new reality. In this comprehensive video, we're going to cover everything from the microscopic cellular changes in your suprachiasmatic nucleus to the macroscopic habits that define your day and night. We'll discuss the glymphatic cyst, Amanda's role in preventing dementia, the complex relationship between cortisol and melatonin, and the specific environmental protocols that can double your deep sleep efficiency. So settle in, because this is the only guide you will ever need. First, we must understand the engine of sleep, which is the circadian rhythm, located in the hypothalamus of your brain, specifically in a region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN for short. Think of the SCN as the master conductor of an orchestra, where every instrument is a different hormone or bodily function. And where young, this conductor is precise, keeping the rhythm tight and on beat. But as weege, the signals from the SCN weaken, and the conductor starts to lose the beat. This leads to what scientists call circadian fragmentation. The result is that your body is not receiving a strong, clear signal that it is day or night, leading to daytime drowsiness and nighttime wakefulness. Furthermore, we experience a phenomenon known as phase advance. This is why many older adults feel tired at 7 or 8 p.m. and wake up at 4 a.m. Their internal clock has literally shifted forward. Forcing your body to stay awake when it wants to sleep creates a state of chronic jet lag that can wreak havoc on your health. But the change is deeper than just timing. Let's talk about sleep architectures. Sleep is composed of cycles, usually lasting about 9 to 10 minutes, moving between non-rapid eye movement or NRM sleep and rapid eye movement or REM sleep. NRM is divided into 3 stages. Stage 1 is light sleep, stage 2 is slightly deeper where sleep spindles occur, and stage 3 is deep slow waves. Sleep stage 3 is the holy grail of physical restoration. It's when your body repairs tissues, builds bone and muscle, and strengthens the immune systems. Adly, one of the hallmarks of aging is a dramatic reduction in stage 3 deep sleep. By the time you are 60, you may be getting 70% less deep sleep than you did when you were 20. This is critical because deep sleep is also when the brain activates the glymphatic system, waste clearance system that flushes out neurotoxins, specifically amyloid and tau proteins, which are the plaques and tangles associated with Alzheimer's disease. Essentially, if you are not getting enough deep sleep, your brain is not taking out the trash, leading to a buildup of toxic waste that accelerates cognitive decline. Knowing this gives us our mission. Our goal is not just to extend sleep time, but to enhance sleep depth and quality. So how do that? It starts the moment you wake up. The most powerful regulator of your circadian rhythm is light, specifically sunlight. When sunlight hits the melanopsin receptors in your eyes, it sends a direct signal to the SCN to stop producing melatonin and start producing cortisol and serotonin. Outside for 10 to 30 minutes within the first hour of waking up is the single most effective thing you can do to anchor your sleep cycle. If you live in a gloomy climate or this winter, invest in a 1,000 lux light therapy lamp and use it while you eat breakfast this morning. Light sets a timer that dictates when you will get tired, 12 to 14 hours later. Now let us talk about the villain of sleep. After 50 caffeine, weege our liver enzyme, specifically the CYP1A2 enzyme responsible for metabolizing caffeine, become less efficient. This means the half-life of caffeine extends. While it might take a 20-year-old 5 hours to clear half the caffeine from their system, it might take a 60-year-old 8 or 10 hours. If you drink a cup of coffee at noon, a quarter of that caffeine could still be circulating in your brain at midnight, blocking adenosine receptors. Adenosine is a chemical that builds soup in the brain throughout the day, creating sleep pressure. Caffeine blocks this pressure, masking your need for sleep. Southern rule after 50 is strict: no caffeine after 12 p.m. periods. Witch to water herbal teas or decaf if you want to protect your deep sleep equally. Deceptive is alcohol. Many people over 50 use a glass of wine or whiskey to help them wind down. And while alcohol is a central nervous system depressant that can help you lose consciousness faster, it destroys the architecture of your sleep. Alcohol metabolizes into aldehydes, which act as stimulants later in the night, causing sleep fragmentation and severely suppressing REM sleep. REM sleep is crucial for emotional regulation and memory consolidation. Missing out on it leaves you feeling anxious, irritable, and mentally foggy. The next day, if you choose to drink doso early enough that your body can metabolize the alcohol before your head hits the pillow. Usually allowing 3 hours between your last drink and bedtime is a good rule of thumb. Now let's move to the bedroom environments, specifically temperature. Thermoregulation becomes less efficient as we age, making us more sensitive to heat and cold. For your body to initiate and maintain depth sleep, your core body temperature must drop by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit if your room is too warm. This process is inhibited, forcing your body to work to cool down, which keeps your heart rate up and prevents deep sleep. The optimal temperature for sleep is surprisingly cool, between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. If you suffer from night sweats or hot flashes, which are common during menopause and hormonal shifts, consider investing in cooling mattress pad. Source: specialized bedding made from bamboo or lyocell, which wick moisture away from the body. Speaking of menopause and hormonal changes, this is a major factor for women over 50. The decline in estrogen and progesterone can cause hot flashes, anxiety, and sleep apnea. Similarly, in men, a decline in testosterone can lead to sleep fragmentation and an increased risk of sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition where breathing repeatedly stops, since starts usually caused by the relaxation of throat muscles blocking the airway. Symptoms include loud snoring, gasping, G4 air, and waking up with a dry mouth or headache. If you suspect you have sleep apneas, seeing a specialist for a sleep study is non-negotiable, as untreated apnea significantly increases the risk of stroke and heart attacks. Sometimes simple lifestyle changes like losing weight or sleeping on your side can help, but often ACPAP machine is a lifesaver. Let's discuss the psychological aspect of sleep. Of 10 referred to as tired but wired. Many people over 50 face unique stressors: retirement worries, health concerns for themselves or aging parents, or simply the existential anxiety of aging. This can lead to a state of hyperarousal where the body is tired, but the mind is racing. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or CBTEE, is the gold standard for treating this. It involves techniques like stimulus control, which means using the bed only for sleep, and sex. If you cannot sleep within 20 minutes, get out of bed and go to a dimly lit room to read a boring book until you are sleepy. This trains your brain to associate the bed with sleep, not with tossing and turning. Another technique is sleep restriction therapy, which sounds counterintuitive, but involves limiting the time you spend in bed to the actual amount of time you're sleeping there by increasing sleep drive and efficiency. Now, what about supplements? While pills should never be the first line of defense, certain compounds can support older physiology. Magnesium glycinate is excellent for muscular relaxation and anxiety reduction, and many older adults are deficient in magnesium L-theanine. E-founding green tea promotes alpha brainwaves associated with relaxation without drowsiness. Melatonin is controversial. While it is effective for shifting circadian rhythms like during jet lag, taking high doses nightly can downregulate your body's own production. Start with a microdose of 0.32 milligram if you choose to use it, and take it 2 hours before bed. Also consider glycine, an amino acid that has been shown to lower core body temperature and improve sleep quality. Finally, let's talk about physical comfort: joint pain, back pain, and neuropathy can make finding a comfortable position impossible if you are sleeping on a mattress that is over 10 years old. It is time for an upgrade. Look for a mattress that offers pressure relief specifically for hips and shoulders while maintaining spinal alignment using pillows. Strategically is also key. A pillow between the knees for side sleepers aligns the hips and reduces lower back strain, while a pillow under the knees for back sleepers can take the pressure off the lumbar spine. Stretching before bed. Specifically, gentle yoga or static stretching can alls. Help release muscle tension accumulated throughout the day, preparing the body for rest. Combining this with a hot bath or shower about 9 to 10 minutes before bed creates the warm bath effect, where the rapid cooling of the body after getting out of the tub signals to the brain that it is time to sleep. In conclusion, sleep after 50 requires a proactive and multifaceted approach. You cannot rely on the sleep resilience of your youth. You must become the architect of your own rest by managing light exposure, regulating temperature, optimizing your diet, addressing physical discomfort, and quieting the mind. You can not only improve your sleep, but significantly extend your health span. Remember, deep sleep is the foundation of longevity. It is when you heal, it is when you're charged, and it is when you prepare for the day ahead. Do not settle for mediocrity. Commit to these protocols, and you will find that your best nights of sleep and consequently your best days are still ahead of you. Thank you for watching this deep dive. If you found value in this comprehensive guide, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with anyone you know who is struggling to get the rest they deserve. Leaving a comment below with your own experiences helps our community grow and learn together. Wishing you deep restorative sleep tonight and every